Okay guys, so I was thinking about making this video a live video, but maybe later. But for right now, I just want to make some paper ruffles to go in my swap folders, which I pretty much have finished. I just need to do the, what's it called? Hidden altered paper clips or altered paper clips for the last three. But in my video that I had originally made, I had mentioned making paper ruffles, and it's just something cute. And then I just wanted to try out the gold thread that I had recently picked up. So if I have any links for some of the stuff I'll be using, and they'll be in the description box, those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchasing items to those links. And as far as ruffles go, like I have one here that I made the other day that I thought came out really, really cute, actually. And I don't remember if it goes this way or this way. Let me see. I like the way it came out. I think that's the back side. Yeah. Which actually, I like the darker purple side. But either way, I like the way that one came out, and I was like, oh, cool. So what I was trying to say is if there's one that you see that you're like, oh, I like the way I ended up making that one, then maybe, actually I think it goes this way, try and remember what you did. Like, just look at it and be like, okay, this time I folded this way, that time that way, you know, whatever else. But I'm going to bring out my sewing machine, and I'm going to put that gold thread in it and see how that goes, and see if it works. That's the one thing. And, you know, go from there. So what happened is, whenever we cut up our paper, we have these strips. It depends on what you're doing with your folder, but mine are usually 11 by 10 or 11 by 10 and a half. So anyway, I have a 1-inch strip on the 11-inch side, and then if I cut the other way, these are two different papers actually, but this one ends up being 11 inches, and this one is 1 inch by 12. So I do like having about 12-inch strips because that way you can just have a nice ruffle, because what I'm trying to do is end up putting this like, okay, I'm just going to grab this card that's sitting here is from Mayra. Let's pretend that's however I had the ruffle, I don't know. And I want to add it to like a 5.5-inch card, in my opinion. I mean, that's what I want to do, personally. So when I make these ruffles, that's pretty much what I'm heading for, right? For them to end up being about 5.5 inches. So, again, not the thickest paper. You can use thick paper. I would say, you know, 85 pounds or 80 pound or 110 pounds is going to be pretty thick, right? So 300 GSM, a little too thick, but you can still do it. I usually go with this. I like 1.5 inches like this one. This is the kind of thing I like. This is a little bit shorter than I prefer because, again, it's just cut off excess, and now I want to make something cute with it. But what I normally do is I'll take it, and let's say about 1 inch in or something, I'm going to fold it down. Now you can see this is straight, and I fold it at an angle, right? Then I'm going to fold it back up towards that angle, but leaving some of that white space so you can see that little white area that makes it look really nice. Now when I come back, I'm going to go backwards, kind of heading towards that point, so it's going to be straight again. Give it a nice press, and then go back the other way. And now, if you can see, we added this, it looks crooked, but the paper's straight again. Now, what I'm curious of is after I'm done, let's say I like this one, to undo it and then say, okay, well, where did I mark it? Like if you had a scoreboard, I did this one crooked, I did that one a little more straight, I did this one. Basically, you're making like these V's. I don't know if you can see that. That's probably the best way to explain it. Because the next one I do, I can either go backwards and make it in the back, or do it again this way. You know, it's just, you know, well, I don't want it too close. How close do you want them together? What do you like in your ruffle? So again, I folded it towards me, I'm folding it back up. Maybe this time it's going to be a little bit more wonky, up, and now back to straight again. And I always go back to straight again just because that's what I like, but maybe this one's too similar to that one, you know. Maybe that's not my favorite. They're all going to be different unless you really pay attention to what you did last time. So this is 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4, 5, and a little bit. So this last one can be a little bit smaller. And again, if you want to fold it backwards, you're going to go back like this and then up and then come back again. I don't like that. For some reason, I like folding them this way. That's kind of what I like the best. And this one can be really small, or it can just be not at all. Like, you don't have to do it again. You can just do whatever you want. So again, that's not my favoriteest ruffle, but it's okay. Let's see, how long is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, just shy of 5. I might bring this out a little bit. Again, you can manipulate whatever it is that you want. That. Just to get it a little closer to about 5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just a little over. Okay, good. So that's one. And then at the very ends, you can leave it just like that. You can put a little dovetail. And this is absolutely not something I came up with. This has been something people have been doing for a while, and I'm just trying it out so I don't waste that paper, and I think it's a cute accent piece to add to my swap. So I'm just kind of in the middle making a point, but you can also use a dovetailing, you know, punch if you want or whatever. Okay, so there's one ruffle. I'm going to sew it down the center and see what happens. Now this one is 12 inches long, so that's why that one was a little bit different, because it just was different. So again, I like to kind of fold them like this and fold it back a little bit and then back over here, and maybe this one, like I said, maybe I want to do a little backward fold and then bring it back to the front, back again. See, that one's just a little bit different. Not my favorite. I generally like to bring them forward like this and then back around like that. And just kind of see where we're going with it. How long is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get rid of just a little bit more of this. Maybe something like that. See where we're at. That one had a little bit different ruffle in here when I went backwards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5. I'm okay with that. Again, just play with it, have some fun. They're gonna be a little organic. You want to flatten them out, so when you put it in your machine, that's fine. And again, just gonna take a little bit of this guy and do that. And do this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is grab my little sewing machine, and I'm just gonna sew this up. I mean, there's lots of ruffles you can do. Let me see, do I have another piece? I should have plenty of them. Okay, there's another one that is 12 inches. And let's say this time all you want to do is like a ruffle that's like this. And you can take this to your scoreboard, of course, but all I'm doing is going out and then back up a little bit and then back again. You see that? I mean, just literally pleating. There and there. They're about 1/4 inch, so if you want to mark every 1/4 inch and do this, you know, more perfectly, then go for it. I like for them to be kind of fun. This is going to be a little bit thicker. And again, about 1/4 inch. Let me see where I have to stop. Hold on. This is already 1, 2 and a half. I'm going to go a little bit. You can probably do 1/2 inch pleats too, because this is going to be a little smaller than. And then you can add on if you really like. This needs to be, you know, whatever size that's in your head. Then, you know, add another piece of paper and just keep going. I'm just being kind of fun with it. And let's see, do I have enough here for one last pleat? Sure. Thinking about just leaving this one like this. Nah. Okay. And again, do you still want the little on this one? Probably not, to be honest. But that one does end up being a lot smaller. Let's see where we're at. By the time we've sewn this, it is about 4 inches, which is cute for like the bottom of the card, or if you're doing like a sideways, you know, it's smaller than 4 1/4. So I'm gonna do that. I really want kind of a point. I don't know. I just like having a little point. We'll see how it looks, if it works out or not. It's always different, so I just go with it. Ah, that one just missed it. Yeah, it's okay. And then over here. And okay, so now I'll bring my sewing machine and we'll see what we can do. So I have a whole video on this little machine, so if you want to reference that, I'll put it in the description box, because what I'm going to do is remove this. Now, funny enough, if you really don't want to do that, you have to be very careful with it. What you can do is just take this off and tie, oh, that's interesting, tie the end of this thread to the beginning of this one and let it, and then turn the machine on and let it pull it through. You have to be very careful with that. I used to do things like that back in the day because, you know, laziness. But let's not do that. So I'm going to lift the presser foot. I'm going to pull this thread out. I'm going to leave the white thread in the bobbin because that part doesn't matter. And I'm going to get my pretty little gold thread, and hopefully this stuff isn't like weird. Sometimes when you get gold thread, it's like polyester, which is fine, but it's stretchy. And so I have embroidery thread. I don't know why I didn't just bring that out. So this one actually comes from the bottom, so I'm going to put that back. You want the string that's coming out the top here. The thread. And I was called out on calling thread string the other day. So, whatever. Okay. Now I am just going to put this in here. I'm trying to see how I might want to pull it. I don't know if there's a correct way. I don't really pay attention that much. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and thread this, which for this little machine is just going through here. Just kind of catching in there, bringing it down into this thing. Actually, is that for this? Yeah, I think that's for that. Okay. So just under this little knob. I'm not going to catch it here because then I need to pull it back that way. That's for the bobbin. We're not doing that right now. And I'm just going to bring it down to where it says, and then up where it says, and you have your presser foot up because that just loosens the tension. And then it's going to come around here and it needs to catch. We did that. Okay, I'm going to put it, I know it's hard to tell, guys, but I'm going to put it through this little hole right here. And all that threading is in my video, so I'm just going to finish threading this. Just like any other machine that you have, however you need to thread it, do that, okay? So I'm going to go through here. There is a little bar right in here. I'm not sure if it's facing one way or the other. I don't recall right now. Where is it? Where is it? It's on the other side. There we go. And I'm going to get this through the needle, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it in there. Presser foot is still up. Bobbin thread's sitting there waiting from the last time. And all I'm going to do is take this. I know it's really hard to see. Sorry, guys. Because, I mean, that's what it is. But I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put my presser foot down. I always hold my strings. And then I manually bring down the needle before I do anything. And that's just how I do it. Actually, I just realized. Let me get this thread under the presser foot. I pushed it back, but I didn't put it underneath the presser foot. It's just easier that way because that way you lock it in yourself without the machine going all crazy and then your threads fly out sometimes or whatever. So I always hold the thread, lock this in manually, and then I press the presser foot, which is actually right next to my hand right now, so I don't know if I should put it on the floor. I'll just keep it up here since this is kind of an awkward spot. Actually, I'm going to press it with my hand while it's here and let it go. So I'm holding on my little ruffles, right? And I think the machines are on already, right? As soon as it's plugged in. Okay. Yep. Okay. And you can also reverse it if you need to. So I'm just going to keep going, guys. Just down the center of my little ruffle there. You know what's funny? I didn't even check to see if what the setting was as far as the stitch. Oh, it is a straight stitch, so okay, we're good then. You can go backwards and stuff, but I don't care about that, especially for a paper project like this. So I'm going to go one more time forward and release the presser foot and bring this out, and we'll see what this little gold thread looks like. I think it did okay. And I kind of like leaving some threads loose so you know it's sewn. Aww, that is so cute. Oh my goodness. And the tension's great too because I can see that it's down in there. At the beginning it kind of did some funny stuff, but it worked out there. Pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to run the other ones through and I'll be right back. Last one. And I'm just trying to pull this here. Okay. Cute. Okay, I'll show you what this looks like in when I put everything away. Hey guys, I'll come down a little bit here because I know this thing gets really bright. Oh, I showed my purple one through too. I just keep referring back to this one because I like the way it came out, so I haven't sewn it together yet, but I probably should. So see here, this is where it kind of went backwards and then came forward instead. I'll show you that. Hold it there so you can take a look. But look how cute they come out. Once you sew them, it's just like so adorable. They just look really cute. It's just a little something you can add to a project, have them ready to go. I mean, I love this. Even that, like I said, I mix and match the front and back one. It looks really, really cute. Again, this is 1 inch. This is 1.5. This was also 1 inch and then just done a different way. So, alright guys, well, something fun to try out, and I just felt like being a little artsy, a little craftsy right now in this way, so that's why I wanted to make this video. But, oh, sorry, and then also I just want to try that gold thread and see how that worked out. It looks really sweet. It's just a nice little addition. So, again, I saw that on one of the swaps. I think it was from Natasha Griffin, and I thought it was very lovely, and I should have just pulled out my gold embroidery thread. I don't know why I felt I needed to go buy a gold thread. Because I have gold thread, but anyway, it worked out. So I'll have those things linked in the description box, and I will have some images coming up, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.